Combat Hapkido Federation proudly present Combat Hapkido, The Science of Self-Defense. Volume 1, Foundation Techniques. Master John Pellegrini is one of the world's leading experts on scientific self-defense. With over 30 years of study and research in the martial arts, as well as many years in the fields of security, executive protection, and law enforcement, Master Pellegrini has earned international recognition and the highest reputation as a dynamic and innovative teacher. Master Pellegrini holds Master Instructor certifications by the Korea Kido Federation, the World Taekwondo Changmu-kwan, Global Martial Arts Federation, and the United States Martial Arts Institute. He is also a certified police defensive tactics instructor. Master Pellegrini is an author, lecturer, and consultant. He conducts seminars throughout the world promoting and sharing Combat Hapkido, the style of scientific self-defense he has developed. In 1992, in answer to the growing demand for a modern organization responsive to the needs of the martial arts community, Master Pellegrini founded the International Combat Hapkido Federation. This association of self-defense practitioners is now one of the fastest growing in the world. This first series of 4 videotapes is offered as the complete curriculum requirement by the ICHF from white belt to first degree black belt.
I am Master John Pellegrini, President and founder of the International Combat Hapkido Federation. We are proud to present the first series of videotape on the self-defense science of combat Hapkido. The first 4 tapes contain over 200 techniques that will take the student from white belt to first degree black belt. Combat Hapkido is pure self-defense, and it integrates well with any martial art or style. I am sure you will enjoy these videotapes, and please remember to practice in safety. Thank you.
Break fall and rolling techniques. Falling technique number 1, forward roll. Bend forward and place your lead hand on the mat. Bend your arm slightly, tuck your head into your chest, and begin to roll. Your weight should be evenly distributed along the back of your arm and the side of your body as you roll. Use your momentum to return to a ready stance, preparing for attack. Falling technique number 2, forward break fall. The initial movements are the same as the forward roll. Bend the arm, tuck the head, and begin to roll. Rather than rolling through, however, break the fall by extending your lead leg straight out while simultaneously slapping the mat with your lead hand. Your hand must be at a 45-degree angle to your body, so it can absorb the impact along with the side of your body and extended leg. The weight distribution is equally displaced along the entire length of your body as you impact the mat. Falling technique number 3, backward roll. Begin from a kneeling position with your back leg folded behind your front leg. If your right leg is forward, you will roll over your right shoulder. The same is true of the left side. As you roll, tilt your head towards the opposite shoulder. No pressure should be felt on the neck if you roll properly. The weight is dispersed along the side of your body. As you complete the roll, push off with your hands for added momentum and end up in your original kneeling position. Hands up, ready for attack. Falling technique number 4, backward break fall. Lower your center of gravity by bending at the knee and raising the other leg out in front of your body. As you fall back, Slap the mat hard with both hands at 45-degree angles. Be sure to keep your chin tucked in to protect your head. Lower your center, keep the chin tucked in, slap the mat. Falling technique number 5, side break fall. Raise the leg of whichever side you intend to fall on and bring it across your body in front of the back leg. At the same time, bend at the knee, lowering your center of gravity. As you fall, chamber the front arm and slap the mat hard. Raise the leg, bend at the knee, lowering yourself. Slap the ground hard. Falling technique number 6, forward dive. Spring your body upward and forward. As you land onto the mat, you absorb the impact along the sides of your forearms, not your hands. Turn your head to either side, protecting your face. Keep the hands open and land on your toes. Only your toes, forearms, and hands come in contact with the mat. Spring forward, turn the head, land on your forearms and toes. Falling technique number 7, rolling escape. Lay flat on your back. Keep your feet together and your arms tucked in. The arms are crossed and the hands are open with the fingers tight together. Twist at the hips to gain momentum and roll quickly in a straight line. Keep your entire body straight and your head off the mat as you roll. Kicking techniques. Kicking technique number 1, front kick. Raise the knee and extend the hip forward as you extend the leg, driving the kick in. Pull back the toes and strike with the ball of the foot. The power comes from the hips. This kick may be executed from either the front or back leg as demonstrated here. For the most part, combat Hapkido kicks are directed at the lower areas of the body for maximum street effectiveness. Kicking technique number 2, back kick. Chamber the knee. Bring it straight up and in towards your chest. Turn your head to see your target and drive your heel straight back, extending the hip. Be sure that your leg is fully extended as your heel strikes the target. Chamber. Drive the heel straight out, extending the hip. Kicking technique number 3, side kick. Chamber the leg by bringing your knee up and into your chest, and turn your hip so that your entire leg is parallel with the mat. Drive the heel or blade edge of the foot straight into the target. Keep your hands up to protect against counterattack as you kick. The side kick may be executed from either the front or back leg. Chamber and drive it straight in. Kicking technique number 4, scoop kick. Move your leg in a scooping motion as you throw your hip forward. Strike the attacker's lower leg with the inside surface of your foot. This kick is mainly used to distract an adversary, setting him up for a more advanced technique. Throw the hip forward, scooping the foot upward, and strike with the inside of the foot. Kicking technique number 5, roundhouse kick. Chamber the leg so it is parallel to the mat. Turn the hip and extend the leg. Strike with the instep or ball of the foot. As with all combat Hapkido kicks, kicking with the front leg will afford you maximum quickness, while back leg kicks are more powerful. Kicking technique number 6, inside crescent kick. Swing the leg in a circular motion, starting toward the outside of your body and moving inward. As the leg comes up from the outside, the knee is bent. At the moment you strike the target, you lock the knee, straightening the leg. This adds a whip-like impact to your kick. Follow through the kick, completing the circle. Kicking technique number 7, outside crescent kick. Swing the leg in a circular motion. This time, the leg moves from the inside to the outside. Bend the knee and bring the leg across your body, creating a circle. At the moment of impact, lock out the knee and snap through the target. Again, this kick may be executed from either the front or back leg. Kicking technique number 8, slap kick. Twist the hip and the entire leg as you slap out to the side with your foot. Strike with the top of the foot. Kicking technique number 9, axe kick. The axe kick is very similar to an outside crescent kick. Bring the knee upward and across your body, making a circle. As you deliver the kick, straighten the leg and pull it straight down, striking with the heel. Kicking technique number 10, hook kick. The initial movement is the same as that of a side kick. Chamber the knee, bringing the entire leg parallel to the mat. Extend the hip, driving the heel forward. As you deliver the kick, hook the target by quickly pulling your foot back, striking with the heel. Kicking technique number 11, front knee kick. Extend both arms outward as if you were grabbing hold of an adversary. As you raise your knee straight up, pull your hands down past your knees, pulling the adversary into the kick. When you raise your knee, be sure to point your toes straight down. Reach out, pull him into the kick. Keep the toes pointed down. Kicking technique number 12, side knee kick. Extend both arms outward, grabbing the adversary. As you raise your knee, turn your hip over, driving the knee into the ribs or hip area. As you strike, you pull the adversary sideways and downward into the knee kick. Again, point the toes downward as you kick. Reach out, pull down, and kick. Toes down. Striking techniques. Strike number 1, vertical punch. Drive the fist straight into the target while holding it in a vertical position. Strike with the first 2 knuckles. As with all combat Hapkido strikes, when executing a vertical punch, your hand, arm, and entire body remain relaxed until the moment of impact. At that moment, you strike with full concentrated power. Strike number 2, hammer fist punch. Drive the fist straight down, striking with the bottom part of it, much like swinging a hammer. The combat Hapkido system utilizes a great many vital points, or areas of the body which are vulnerable to attack. Here, Master Pellegrini demonstrates attacks to the bridge of the nose, the top of the head, and the collarbone. Strike number 3, back fist punch. This strike is executed by striking either in an outward motion or a downward motion. Strike with the back of the first 2 knuckles, bending the fist slightly forward. Strike number 4, knife hand strike. Squeeze the fingers tightly together and tuck in the thumb. Now, slightly bend the tips of your fingers inward and make the outside of your hand very tight, as this is your striking surface. The knife hand strike can be executed with the palm facing up or down. The knife hand is a versatile weapon which may be used to attack many of the body's vital points. Strike number 5. Palm heel strike. Form a knife hand. Fingers together, thumb tucked in. Now, bend the fingers into the knuckles. To strike, drive the heel of your hand straight into the target. Strike number 6. Elbow strike. Form a live hand by spreading the fingers and tensing the hand. This opens up the bone structure and energizes the arm as you strike with the elbow. The live hand is a key principle in the combat Hapkido system. Strike number 7. Tiger mouth strike. Form a knife hand and then draw the thumb out away from the hand. Drive the hand straight in and strike the windpipe with the surface between your index finger and your thumb. Strike number 8. Ox jaw strike. Bend at the wrist, drawing your hand toward your body. Keep the thumb and fingers extended and bring them close together. The striking surface is the back of the wrist. This technique is used to strike a variety of vital points on the body. Strike number 9. Face rake. Spread your fingers and thumb apart and bend the tips inward. Tense the hand and make the fingertips hard. Raise the hand above your adversary's head and drop the hand down into his face, striking and raking down the face. Strike and rake the face with your hardened fingertips. Strike number 10. Spear hand strike. The spear hand is formed exactly the same as a knife hand. However, the striking surface used when executing the spear hand strike is the fingertips. Keep the fingertips slightly bent and drive them straight into the target. Strike number 11. Ridge hand strike. Form a knife hand and then tuck your thumb under your hand. Swing the arm from the outside into the target, keeping it parallel to the mat. Strike with the surface between the middle knuckle of the index finger and the thumb joint. Strike number 12. First knuckle strike. Begin by making a fist. Now place the tip of your thumb against your middle finger. Bend the index finger into your hand so that the first knuckle protrudes straight out and the index finger itself is supported by the thumb. Strike with the first knuckle. Strike number 13, middle knuckle strike. Extend the middle knuckle outward. Straighten the index finger and position it next to the third knuckle. Now place the thumb over the index finger, supporting the middle finger. From here, drive the middle knuckle straight into the target. Striking technique number 14, thumb knuckle strike. Make a tight fist and place the tip of your thumb against the middle knuckle on your index finger. Strike with the thumb knuckle. Be sure that the thumb is firmly supported by the index finger. Striking technique number 15, eye slice. Spread the fingers apart and bend them slightly. Bend the tip of the thumb toward your index finger and tighten the fingers and hand. Strike the eyes of your opponent in a vertical, sweeping motion with your hardened fingertips. Striking technique number 16, uppercut punch. Make a tight fist. Strike your opponent with the first two knuckles of your fist using an upward motion. Be sure to twist the hips into the strike, driving into your target, which is in this case the solar plexus. Striking technique number 17, forearm strike. Begin by forming a knife hand. Now spread the fingers slightly apart and tighten the hand and forearm muscles. Strike with the forearm. Like the knife hand strike, the forearm strike may be performed with the palm facing either upward or downward. Striking technique number 18, thumb strike. Begin by forming a tight fist. Now extend the middle knuckle of the index finger slightly forward so that it supports your thumb, which is straight and extended forward. The tip of the thumb is your striking surface. The thumb strike is particularly effective when utilized against certain pressure points on the body. Breakaway techniques. Technique number 1. Make a live hand by spreading the fingers wide apart. Move a half step forward into the grab to upset your opponent's balance. Point your elbow slightly upward. Use the opposite hand to protect your face and to distract your opponent. Turn at the hips, breaking out of the grip, and follow up with an elbow strike to the solar plexus, a back fist to the face, or a knife hand strike to the neck. Technique number 2. Make a live hand and use the opposite hand to protect yourself against attack. Move a half step forward, this time keeping your elbow parallel to the mat. Turn at the hips, breaking the grip, and follow up with a strike to the face. Technique number 3. Make a live hand. Point your elbow slightly downward and keep the opposite hand in front of your middle to guard against an attack. Break away and strike the face. Technique number 4. Make a live hand. Step deeply into your opponent, forming a low sitting or horse stance. Point your elbow upward and push in with your forearm. Break away from the grip and immediately strike the groin with your elbow. Be sure to keep the opposite hand up to guard your face throughout the technique. Technique number 5. Live hand, guard up. Step into your opponent and point your fingers directly at his middle. Now, drive your elbow in, striking the solar plexus. Slide the elbow up his body, striking his chin. This all should be done in one swift motion. Follow up by striking the collarbone. Technique number 6. Live hand, guard up. Step forward and place your knee behind your opponent's knee. Break out of the grip by shooting your hand upward across his face. Twist your hips and shoulder, throwing your opponent to the mat. Technique number 7. Make a live hand, raising the opposite hand to protect against an attack. Step outside your opponent's leg and shoot your live hand forward past his ear. Now, step back in a circular motion with your rear leg and strike the back of his neck with your forearm or ridge hand. Technique number 8. Live hand, guard up, and step deeply into your opponent, keeping your elbow and forearm parallel to the floor. Strike his face with your elbow and break away in a circular motion. Follow up with another elbow strike to the solar plexus. Technique number 9. This is strictly an escape technique. From a grab, make a live hand and raise the opposite hand to guard your face and middle. Take a long backward step with the opposite leg. Simultaneously twist the hips and break away from the grab. Follow through with another long step to further distance yourself from your opponent. Technique number 10. Live hand, guard up, and point your fingers toward your opponent's eyes. Now step forward and break away upward. Follow up with a downward knife hand strike. Technique number 11. Raise your hand up to protect your face while extending your live hand outward at shoulder level. Now step forward, going under your opponent's extended arm, and as you turn into him, break away and deliver a knife hand strike to the ribs. To follow up, grab the hair or back collar and scoop kick the back of your opponent's knee, slamming him to the mat. Technique number 12. This is strictly an escape technique. Live hand and guard up. Lower your center of gravity and rotate your hand clockwise, pushing his hand downward, breaking out of the grip. Technique number 13. Live hand, guard up, and step forward. Break away by shooting your tiger mouth into your opponent's throat, striking the windpipe. Follow up with a pressure point grab to the carotid artery. Technique number 14. Live hand, step outside your opponent's leg. Use the opposite hand to guard your face. Step back in a circular motion with the rear leg. Strike and break away. Strike his kidney area with the other elbow and follow up with an elbow strike to the back of the head. Technique number 15. Live hand, guard up and step out, executing a middle knuckle strike to the pressure point on the back of your opponent's hand. Follow up immediately with a back fist strike to the temple. Technique number 16. Live hand, step out and strike your opponent's radial nerve with a knife hand, breaking his grip. Follow up with a knife hand strike to the side of the neck. Technique number 17. Live hand. Step out and across while striking the top of your opponent's wrist with a hammer fist strike, breaking his grip. Follow up by spinning into an elbow strike to the solar plexus. Technique number 18. Make a live hand and raise the opposite hand up to protect your face. Rotate your hand clockwise from this position, pushing your opponent's hand and forearm directly into his own face. As you push, concentrate on extending your key energy forward. You should actually strike your opponent's face with his own arm as you unbalance him.